Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne back to do your What's Cracking reading for Thursday the 14th. It's nearly Friday. It's pre-Friday. It's the penultimate day to the weekend. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I've been absolutely floored by some of your generous donations, love, messages. And I want to say a big, huge thank you to each and every one of you. And some of you I already feel like I know personally, which is pretty awesome. So I'm really enjoying having that just beautiful connection with you. Okay, so we're going to use Witch's Tarot here. And we do have the card of Karma. Now, this is the Judgment card, and it did come out in the What's Cracking read. So there's a definite feeling that something's happening in the universe at the moment. Often we think of this card as bringing somebody back from the past, but it doesn't really mean that. It can, in a reading, mean that, but a lot of the time it's just about rebirthing something or having a chance to do a second round on something. So it can apply to anything. It can be having a second chance at life, you know, getting up and just wanting a rebirth. And hello, we have the King of Cups here. So for all the people that laugh at the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, he does seem to make an appearance in many readings, although the King of Wands pretty much has the upper hand on that, I think. But the King of Cups is a person who's learned to temper their emotions. Like they're can be a little bit cold, but they don't really mean to be. They do feel emotion. They're just a little bit more guarded. And we do have, this card came up in the What's Cracking too, the card of celebrating. And then we have the High Priestess. Okay, that's really interesting. So for some of you here, again, this is about bringing something into your life that maybe you had forgotten about, something that you have had in your intuition for a really long time, but something that made you feel extremely happy and wanting to celebrate. You may be sort of making a choice here to sort of get out and about with your friends a lot more because you're a bit bored with things as they are. It could be that you are about to meet someone who takes on the King of Cups energy or is a King of Cups and wanting to celebrate that as well. But there's more a feeling that, you know, perhaps you're getting a second chance with this person too. That's very possible here too. So maybe some of you are getting a second go round with a King of Cups. But according to this, you already knew this in your intuition. So very interesting. All right, let's just get into it and see what the cards say. Okay, so the first card we have out is the Queen of Cups. So the Queen, unlike the King, is very emotional. She's actually the other way around. She's very able to show her emotions. Sometimes she can be over-emotional. She does everything with love. She's very caring. She can be nurturing, very motherly, can represent a mother figure. But she's very approachable and very kind. Okay, Seven of Swords coming in here. So the Seven of Swords is the card of thieving, taking, doing something dishonest, perhaps taking something, you know, from somebody without, maybe someone's stolen your heart, right? Taking something from someone in a very sneaky way. Sometimes he can come out for other reasons too, but there is a brand new start, some sort of passionate brand new start here for you. Oh, and the Two of Cups is coming out here too. The Four of Cups too came out in the What's Cracking reading. It's very funny that it's similar again. The Hanging Man here, taking time out to look at things from a very different perspective here. Ace of Pentacles coming in, so maybe that you're masking something because something's coming right behind it. You know, when you sort of get to a point you go, oh, I can't handle any more of this, I'm totally done, and then the very next day it changes. Maybe it's that feeling. Knight of Wands here, so somebody rushing in to make some sort of offer here. Page of Wands, somebody who wants to shout it to the rooftops. And we do have the Five of Pentacles. So there's definitely the feeling around you at the moment that you've had enough of things as they are and you want to make changes. The Karma card is here. So there's definitely something going on here. Now looking at the reading, I'm feeling like something you knew would happen. Something you felt in your intuition, something you always knew. Something to do with someone who could be a King of Cups, but it also could be somebody that you have great affection for. This could be the energy here you're taking on. But definitely something you always knew. You've just got sick of waiting for it. Which is okay. We all get sick and bored. I was thinking, looking back to that time at Christmas, do you remember when you were a child and people would say, oh, Christmas is coming, and you'd start to get excited about it, and then weeks would go past and days, and it felt like years, and Christmas still wasn't here, and it's like, how long? And people would say, oh, it's another week away, and you'd be like, really, another week? How can I wait another week till Christmas comes? And then Christmas would come and it'd all be done in an hour, and all afternoon you'd feel sad because you'd been waiting all that time and it was done. That's this feeling. Okay. So I feel like for some of you here, there's some sort of soulmate connection that you have here with someone. This person may not have done the right thing by you in the past. I think that they did feel the affection for you. I think there's no doubt about that whatsoever. I do think that they either loved you or they had strong affection for you. But maybe the timing wasn't right. Maybe they ghosted you, walked out. Because you spend a lot of time trying to move on from this person. And I see you sort of, it's Four of Cups feeling where you're like, really, is this it? I just can't get past this person. I have to say to you, it's a Christmas reading. It's like if you're waiting for someone to come back in, you're waiting for a brand new start. This person may be like the Christmas I just talked about, where they finally show up and you're like, yeah, it wasn't what it was all cut out to be. It wasn't as exciting as you thought it was going to be. There is a new start that comes from this, and you've got Ace of Wands and Ace of Pentacles here, and I see this with the Karma card, having this brand new start. But you see, I think you've spent so long away from this person, doing all the work you needed to be doing all the healing, that you're a very different person when this person comes back here. And I do think as a soulmate, they probably had a lesson to teach you, but now they've done what they did. Maybe the lesson for them is to learn from what they did, because it feels to me like you're the one walking away from this now. It's not serving you anymore. It's a little sad because they gave me that whole feeling of Christmas, and I think, when you sort of get up Christmas morning or something happens that, somebody walks back into your life and you have that feeling of, oh my God, it's finally happened. This is wonderful. This is great. I finally got what I wanted. But by a little bit of time thinking about it, you've made up in your mind a different illusion to what is actually here. This person's very serious about you though, and they really do want to move forward with you here. But I feel like the shoe's on the other foot now. It's you that's not sure. It's you that's not convinced it's the way to go. It could be something to do with this fact that how they left it the way they did. Maybe you've healed and, you've come to the conclusion that that was, perhaps they're talking the breaking point. But I think it was like the clincher for you. That was what you found really hard to get over, was the way they managed this, the way they just left you behind, the way they ghosted you. I don't really know, but it's like that was what's changed things now. You still have a very strong connection with this person. It could be something you choose to move forward with. I really, for me, I've had this happen in my lifetime with my very first love. That I cried for weeks about when he decided that he didn't want to be with me. I was probably only about 15, and he turned 18, and obviously wanted to spend time with his friends, go about his business, and broke my heart. Told me in a picture theatre, and I cried all through the movie, and then I cried through the next week. I was absolutely devastated. And I think it probably was, it felt like forever because I was a kid. But I remember when he came back and said he changed his mind and wanted to be with me, and I was absolutely over the moon. I thought, everything, all my dreams had come true. So people do come back. I can guarantee you it's not the only time it's happened. But in this particular instance, I went out with him a couple of times and I kept looking, thinking, I don't feel the same way about you anymore. I've done so much growing through my healing, so much looking inside myself, that I didn't really want to be with him anymore. And that was really even harder then, because I had to then break his heart by saying, you know what, I'm really sorry, but it isn't there for me now. It's gone. I like you, but I don't have the feelings for you I had before. So I feel like this is the sort of reading we've got here. I think this, rebirth for you is about rebirthing yourself. This isn't about rebirthing this relationship. I think this person genuinely has come back with the love to offer, but you don't feel the same way anymore. That's going to be tough. I know some of you sitting there going, oh, no, I really am in love with him, or I'm really in love with her, and I'd welcome her back with open arms, or, I'd love to see him come back into my life. Not so sure. I mean, you may still want to carry it on with this person. You may decide to come to some sort of agreement, or, get past it all. But when I see this card here, I feel like you're about to leave this person out in the cold now. I think they damaged, they done, you've worked on, and you've got past it. I think you're ready for love, and I don't think it's for this person now. You're ready for a brand new start, and I think you're ready to go out into the world and take on something new. So the card you got was the card of Death, and it says a time of natural transition and transformation. This is about letting things go, letting things die, saying goodbye to things. But you know what it's going to do for you? It's going to free you up for a brand new life. It's going to bring in something so huge and so transformative. Great reading. Thanks, everyone.